Hi, it's Julie and Liz. We were going to do a joint blog post today, but we decided to do a recording instead, and we'll put the transcription and some links down below. But we're going to do the top 10 things we're reading, listening to, looking forward to this holiday season. And we've each done 5. So we'll go back and forth, and I'm going to make Liz start.
All right, let's start with podcasts because I'm way down a rabbit hole in a new one. I just started listening to Labyrinths, which is Amanda Knox's podcast. So for those of you who don't remember, Amanda Knox was falsely accused and actually did time in Italy for the murder of her roommate. And, later it was determined to be a false confession and they found the real culprit and all the things. So she's got a really interesting podcast that I heard about. And so now I'm down that rabbit hole.
Well, podcasts are fun, and I don't have any to add to this list, but because I've been listening to a lot of books, but I will definitely add that to my list. Again, we're going to put links down below for each one of these. I'm going to start with a celebrating some new books, and which for one reason or another are all arriving in my house or on my Kindle or in my audiobook file. Mia Manansala, Alex Segura, Rachel Housel Hall, and other folks have new books out this month, and it's pretty exciting. To Tracy Clark is another one. To look forward to all of these books and to be able to say, okay, once the holidays passed a little bit, I can settle down this winter and read some fabulous new books by some friends. So I'm going to post links to all of those books
Yeah.
as well.
That's exciting. There's a book that's coming out in March that I'm excited about. It's called All the Other Mothers Hate Me, that I just heard about. And the author's name is Sarah Harman. And looks really fun. So it's a
All right.
mystery. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I love like the title alone makes it sound
Yeah.
like a lot of fun, doesn't it?
It does.
Um, I have been listening to a new series, which is a written series as well. Claudia Gray writes a series where she takes all of these Jane Austen characters, mashes them up, puts them in a place together, makes sense. So she kind of plays with timelines a little bit to make it all work. But she has Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet's son, Jonathan, and uh, Catherine, and I don't remember her husband's name, daughter, Juliet Tilney in the book. And these two younger characters are the sleuths for mysteries. So in the first book, Mr. Wickham is murdered,
Mm.
which for anyone who's read any of the books, it's like that's to be expected. Um, but I'm listening to the third one now, and she obviously loves and knows Austen well. She gets the wit of the characters, but creates a pretty interesting murder mystery, which, in my opinion, is tough to do in the early 1800s because all of the forensics and the other things that we use don't exist. So Claudia
Yeah.
Gray's Jane Austen series, highly recommended.
Very cool. I've been listening to some memoirs. So I just listened to Kelly Bishop's memoir, The Third Gilmore Girl. I love her so much. She plays Emily Gilmore on the Gilmore Girls, and I'm a fanatic, so I really enjoyed that one. And I'm listening to Tia Leving's A Well-Trained Wife, which is about her escape from the Christian patriarchy. So a little light reading for Christmas time.
Well, I should true confession here, and maybe add it to my 2025 list. I've never watched The Gilmore
Oh
Girls.
my gosh, you have to. It's amazing.
So I'm going to add that to
Amazing.
my list.
You should.
Um,
I actually have to listen to also, this is a Christmas book, and I can't remember the name of it. Help me out. It's the guy who wrote Everyone in My Family Has Killed Somebody. He has a Christmas book, and I can't remember the name of it right now.
yeah, Benjamin, help me.
Yeah.
We're going to remember when we're off camera, and we're going to put it in the podcast in the notes down below because
Yes.
yeah, and everyone on this train is a suspect.
Yep.
Little bit dark. The Australian crime novels are starting to come out or make their way to the States are really fun and really
Yeah.
interesting. So,
Benjamin Stevenson. That's it.
Benjamin Stevenson. So,
Yeah.
yes, I'm going to add that to my list as well.
Yeah.
Um, so Hallmark has a new series, The Mistletoe Murders.
Hmm.
So far there are six. I'm not sure how many episodes are going to be in the entire list. So from somebody my age who used to, had to wait a whole summer to see who shot JR, I have surprisingly little patience for not being able to binge things all at
Yeah.
once. So I will wait for a couple of weeks and then watch this whole series. But I'm really glad that Hallmark made a alternative Christmas show with a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And also that they're doing this, episodic series. So I'm really delighted that I have that to look forward to. You know,
Cool.
Christmas movies are always a good diversion, but I love that the two worlds are mashing up.
Yes, you need murder. I mean, come on. Nobody's that happy even at
That's our
Christmas.
business, for heaven's sake.
Also, the new season of Virgin River is coming out in a couple of weeks or in a week or so. So I'm kind of excited about that. That's a little bit of a guilty pleasure show for me.
Yeah, I actually let's remove the phrase guilty pleasure. Because I'm with you. I have several of those, but there's a reason these shows are so popular, and that's
Yeah.
one of them. So I'm going to remove the
Okay. Fair enough.
term, but one of my pleasures that I wait for is the Great British Baking Show.
Mhm.
So I will rewatch series even if I know, because usually I forget parts of them. Because life, but there's a whole new series that has been on Netflix that I haven't watched yet, and I'm avoiding spoilers, but I'm really looking forward to watching that as well.
Awesome. Awesome. I have
Anything?
one more book because I'm trying to get into planning for next year mode also. So I pulled out my copy of Jen Sincero's Badass Habits and dusted that off. So I'm going to reread that for a little motivational kicker.
Yeah, she's great. She also does some like classes and things like
Mhm.
that. But if folks haven't read that, it's a great book. So it really is. She's fabulous. Um, I will say this, one of the ways I've been rebooting and just sort of um enjoying rewatching a very old series, but also as a mystery writer, enjoying seeing how they put it together. I've been rewatching Perry Mason, the original. If
Oh,
I could rewatch the 80s movies, I would totally do that too, but I can't find them anywhere on streaming. So um, I am, they're so well crafted, they're so well produced. And I know, Raymond Burr had a lot to do with that, with who he hired and the writers and stuff. So they stand up even now.
yeah.
Characters are great. But I'm also kind of amazed by the production values. Although on the Universal lot, anyone who's been on that California tour, they have the house, the Psycho house. They use that house over and over and over again and just do different set dressing. So I kind of enjoyed that. Like, how are you going to use the
Awesome.
staircase this week?
Yeah.
But yeah, Perry Mason, the original, again, the reboot. I didn't love as much. I didn't hate it as much as I've hated other reboots, but that original series starting in the late 50s, man, it is a good 9 seasons of good TV.
Yeah, I didn't watch the reboot, but my little brother, interestingly enough, was obsessed with the original. I mean, I think I even got sick of it because he used to watch it so much. It's so weird. He's not even a mystery person, but like he loved it.
It's a great show. It really is. So 10 more things well, more than 10 because we were piling on here, but lots to look forward to over the holidays and into the new year. Share with us in the comments what you're looking forward to or what you're reading or if you have any thoughts on any of the things we've suggested. And thank you so much for reading and being part of the Wickeds.
Yeah, happy holidays.